Hello FSG, how are you today?
Morning, Args. Not too bad at all, thank you very much.
It's a nice looking jacket. You went and spent that money I gave you.
Yeah, Top Gear this week. Can't get it out of my head.
Yeah, nice, nice. Top Gun, you mean?
Top Gun. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think
Top Gear.
to be fair, you look more Jeremy Clarkson than Tom Cruise to me.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. It's the middle-aged spread, I think.
It's a compliment. But in better news, we've got $50,000 more from electricity.
We have. We went over that 200,000 pretty quickly, didn't we?
We did, which is nice. So, plan for the day, we're going to buy some more land. Buy plot 34, is it? The one next to us?
That's right, yep. We're going to expand.
Indeed.
Cut some new fields. Take the grass off it first.
Yeah, it's not fully grown, but I think we'll take the grass off, get the silage bunker behind us emptied out, and make some more silage to put in the BGA.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, so there's quite a lot to do. So
there is.
I suppose we better get into it, haven't we?
We had better get into it. We've wasted enough time already getting to this point, so let's get going.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Do you want to start on the mowing?
I can do.
This,
yeah. Okay.
I'll empty this bunker.
Alright, sounds good. I'll have to steal your tractor for that.
You're welcome to it.
Alright, let's go.
Cheers, mate.
Well, hello everyone. Argsy here. Welcome back to No Man's Land. Along with the FarmSim Guy, we are expanding. We are buying some more land, which means we're going to have some grass to mow. So I'm going to get in here and get these mowers hooked up. I haven't done a lot of mowing with this setup yet because my tractor won't run it, so it seems to have been FSG's task up until now, so nice of him to let me have the honours this time around. I'll just get backed up there to that mower and get spun out. Now we'll go and have a look because we can't mow the grass until we own the field, and we haven't quite done that yet. So this bit of land here right in front of us is what we are going to purchase. So I think we're just going to crack in and mow a fair chunk of it today. Obviously, as you can see, the grass is not fully grown. We should get enough to be able to take a cut off there, but we're not going to get a huge amount of grass. But we might as well make some use of it without before we plough in. A couple of little trees there that we're going to have to get rid of. In fact, maybe we'll cut that one down while we're just standing here. And then we're just going to get into it. Oh, I don't have access to the land. Of course I don't. We just had that conversation that we need to buy it. So let's jump in here into the buy menu and field 34. There we go. We are going to hit buy on that. And yes, now just a reminder, 55 and 56, we only own those for the convenience of the potato shed and the modified sell points that we have down on there. So our actual land we own is the 3 sections here, plus this one down here, 45. That's our 4 main plots of land that we are farming. So let's have another go. Let's see, there we go, we can get down and give that a bit of a chop now. Get that there. Now, I bet you, we're going to run into problems because we've taken the lumberjack mod out. We're going to have to add that back in to be able to chop that off. So that's going to be another little hiccup we've run into. Which means I'm going to leave this here so I remember that there is indeed a stump there, or we're going to run into all sorts of problems with that. So we're just going to have to work around the trees. We'll get lumberjack added in back in next time so we can cut those stumps down and grind them up. But let's get everything unfolded here and make a start on mowing this. So I'm not sure where we're going to end up with these fields. We'll turn that front mower on and lower it down, and turn the back one on there and lower it down. And we'll just start running up and down this way. So there we are. We are getting some grass taken off, which is good to see. And we will put some GPS on and get this all set up properly running soon. For now, I'm just going to try and outline the edge of our plot, just so I can get an idea on where the extent of it is. Now it does go straight across here in just a second. Be about there. You can see the edge of our field straight down in front of us. And then it goes quite a way back up that way. So I'm just going to mow around the outside and see how much we get. So we'll get this done. We'll catch up with you in just a minute. Well, there we are. That's once and a little bit around. Not a bad block of land. We've only got really that one big clump of trees there in the middle and the other one down there on the edge. So potential to actually end up with some decent sized fields out of this, which is very nice. Now my connection's playing up a little bit, and I'm not having the nicest time with a little bit of lag at the moment, so if you see me jumping around a little bit, that is why. But it's not too bad, it's manageable, we'll handle. So I'm just going to carry on here. You can see there we're just getting that stuttering, but we're going to carry on here. We're going to get this all mowed up. FSG is over there. He is getting the silage put in or emptied out of that bunker, put into the BGA. We've run into a little hiccup with the other small bunker. We've got about 50,000 litres in there we can't extract. It seems to be locked in there somehow, so I'm not sure what we're going to do with that, whether we might have to sell the bunker or landscape that out. Just a little bit of a shame. Thought that might have been an issue that we certainly have come across in FS19. I thought it might have been something that had gone in 22, so whether it's a carryover with that mod or what it is, I'm not sure. But a little bit annoying, a little bit frustrating, but we'll get by. So we'll jump into a bit more of a time lapse here, and we'll catch up with you once we're probably once we're finished doing this mowing. So we'll see you soon. New notification saying bunker silo is empty.
So it is? I've not seen that before.
No, neither have I. Here we are, last pass, and got a decent amount of grass in here. Decent sized fields, and actually I can already start to envisage what we're going to do to plough this up. Definitely one big long field, I reckon, on the other side over there where FSG's already started windrowing up. Maybe a couple of fields on this side, maybe a big L-shaped one, goes part way up the side of the trees, and then maybe a third one up in the top corner. Not sure, we'll just have to wait and see, but that was just my take on it. I actually wonder whether we're now at the stage having a little bit more land, whether we can look at even increasing some of the other fields and playing them together, making things just a bit more efficient rather than having to muck around in some of the small fields that we're using at the moment. There we go. Right, we'll get everything turned off, lift it up, fold it up, and we will go and swatch over to a loading wagon and go and start getting some of this grass picked up. We are going to have a few trees to cut down, particularly down there, 4 or 5 little ones, which would be nice to get rid of, much like the one we got rid of just there. Even in the grass, I found that very difficult to spot when we were mowing, so it would be good to get rid of them. And if we can't, if we don't get the lumberjack mod added back in, we always can go and hire a stump grinder or something like that. So I'm going to jump out and give us a very quick wash off the mower's nice and clean, and then we'll go grab the loading wagon and make a start on getting the grass picked up. We've got the bigger of the 2 forage wagons here, slightly bigger the Pottinger one. Don't have much additive left in there. I know there's some in here, so I'm just going to hope we can get in close enough to where it is over here next to our seed and get some of that put into this. I think there's quite a bit more in the other one. There we go. Filling up. Hopefully we're not going to use it all. Let's see. Don't seem to be. Alright, there we go, 10 litres. How much is left down here? Let's see if we can see. No, it's not going to tell us. That's alright. I'm sure there will be enough for the other forage wagon. I even think there's about 3 litres left in it. Doesn't take much, so just give us that little bit of boost on our grass productivity. So, We'll go in here, we'll go and find where FSG started some windrows and start getting some of this grass picked up. Alright, and there we are, up and running. Already 5% in here. So like I said earlier, we're not going to get the most bumper grass crop off this, just from the very fact that grass was not at a full growth stage. But it's going to be better than getting nothing off there and better than just ploughing it in. Probably actually by mowing it and then ploughing it in will give us that fertiliser state as well that you don't get just by ploughing the grass in, if I recall correctly. But there we go, I reckon we can get to 33% by the end. We'll be able to get full wagon off 3 passes, so we'll see how close we get. Oh, there, even better, almost 45, almost 50%, which is pretty good. So I think if we grab another one of these, and then we might grab one of the shorter rows on the other side, we can find one. Not sure if FSG's rowed any up yet, otherwise we'll just go halfway back along here and get that done, so we'll see how we go. Okay, we're coming up on 100% full. And there we go, there is our first 26,000 litres. So let's go and get this dumped over into the silage bunker when FSG's just finished emptying out. There we go, the damp silage is hardly finished drying in here, but this is getting some grass dumped into it already, so that's going pretty good. There we go, getting this all dumped out in here. We have to be a little bit smarter about how we do it. We don't want to get it too spread out. Might be going a little bit too far, but if you recall when we first dumped in this, we actually got into some trouble with getting stuck, but we did end up with a lot of silage. That doesn't look too bad. Back over there, that looks pretty good to me. So let's go and carry on and get some more grass picked up. Well, I think that will be our last load. FSG is out there at the moment. He should be able to get the rest of it, I think. So we're just going to spin around and get this dropped off here. And we'll go and grab the blade and make a start on getting this all compacted and leveled out a little bit, and just generally getting it tidied up. We'll have to have a look and see how much silage we have ended up with in there too. Must be not a bad amount, I would have thought, but I'm just going to put the weight on there, just try and give us a little bit of extra help. Not sure how much of a difference it will make, but we'll put the blade on the front, which will help with pushing rather than in a forwards direction rather than trying to do it in reverse. But there you go, that is the bunker where I was saying we were having a few issues with things, and actually while we're just here, I'm just going to test. I don't think I will be able to push this up. We've restarted the server, we've done a whole heap, but as you can see there, we are not getting any love from that. So there must be an issue somewhere with that bunker or something like that, which means we can't get that silage out. So we'll have to figure that one out. Hopefully it's something we can be fixed, or we're going to have to figure out where our 48,000 litres of silage is worth for us. 205,000 litres so far, 17% compacted, so we end up with about 240,000 litres by the time FSG is back over here with that last load. So I'm just going to get up in here, we'll try and give it a bit of a push off, just level it ever so slightly, doesn't need to be perfect. I'm assuming we're going to cover it because we don't have a huge amount of grass area otherwise to turn into silage, and we are going to go ahead and plough a lot of that up. In fact, the grass that we have over on the back part of the farm is probably going to be best used for hay in the future anyhow, because the silage is going to keep us going for a while longer with the cows, and of course with the biogas plant. So let's just see if we can get this all leveled out and compacted just a little bit. Here's FSG with his last load, so we'll get out of his way and come in here, and in fact he might go down the other end and dump it in. See where he's going to go. Looks like he's going to go down the other end and dump it in. So we'll just get this all scraped up, tidied up and compacted, ready to put a blanket over. So 225,000 litres there in the end. We're up to 32%, 33% compacted. So with the two of us rolling back and forth over this, shouldn't take too long. Now this one's a little bit easier to compact than the other one because we can kind of drive a lane each, whereas that small one we had not too much space to work in. So we'll just very quickly get this done, and then see how we're going. We might go mark out some fields. There we go, 100%, look at that, perfect. That didn't take too long at all, so we'll just jump out here, and I guess we'll go and get a cover put on it.
Not bad, mate. I tell you what, with two tractors you compact that quite fast, don't we?
Yeah, it's pretty smooth actually, much easier having a lane each than doing that other little bunker we did last time.
Yeah.
A little bit more room to dance, right, so we'll go put a cover on it.
Yeah, 225,000 litres as well, that's not a bad little harvest.
Yeah, well, look at that. So these new warning things, bunker silo was covered. Interesting little triggers on notifications we're getting.
Yeah, snuck that in there, haven't they?
Seems to have.
Wasn't even in the change notes, that.
Not that I can recall seeing anyhow. Alright, what's the plan now?
Well, do you want to cut our new field shapes?
I was just, yeah, I'm happy to do that. Go and mark out a few fields. Then,
no worries.
Yeah, let's see how we go.
Alright.
I'll let you have your tractor back.
Thanks, mate.
Alright, well there's the plough and behind the Orkle trailer, so we're just going to have to move that out of the way to get to, without knocking over the animal trailer. So we'll just shuffle things around here just quickly and get that hooked up. Alright, there we are, that is all hooked up. So, head over here. Now, I've got a few ideas of what we were going to do for these fields, so I'm just going to go set them out and see how they turn out. Alright, so we're here on the edge of the field. Now if we turn on allow field creation, should, here we go, be able to get that created. Now I'm going to set up a GPS course along here so that we get a nice clean line. So if we just create our point there and get our width set and do our second point there, we should be able to run it along here very, very nicely. Now my plan is to go all the way to the end and make a couple of bigger fields. Certainly this one, a nice big long field. Now FSG has got the 20-foot cultivator there, and he's going to be able to carry on and use the create fields, field cultivator create, the mod we have installed, and get creating with that as well, which will be good. So we'll be able to have the field get created, I'll be able to do the outlines, and he'll be able to come in and fill in the blanks. So let's get down to here to the end, and then we'll run back across the edge, find somewhere that roughly lines up with the big standard trees there, and then we'll be all good to go back down with quite a big, long, nice wide field. Alright, so we're going across the headland here, got lined up pretty well with our other field. We're using the compass there on the heads up display, or the map down the bottom, and I reckon that might be pretty close to about where I want to be. So we just turn around, I'm going to head back down. Now we haven't cut down the trees, we have installed the lumberjack mod. We did actually restart the server to be able to do that, and we will cut down these trees when we can, but for now that's going to be a bit annoying because of which GPS course I am on. So if we come back out here, I want to get lined up on the right one just to give us a nice square edge. There we go, that looks more like it. We'll get that line down there and head on back this way. See what the rest of this field looks like. And back down here at the other end, lines up pretty well with the corner of our track here. So that's going to work out pretty nicely, I reckon. So we'll just cut back here across the headlands, and then we'll leave FSG. He has started running down there with the cultivator and is getting that grass and field all ripped up and turned into some nice productive soil. So let's get this done, then we'll go and start work on the next of the 2 or 3 fields. We'll see what we end up with. I'm going to start about here because we can always cut down that one little tree, use the edge of the big standard trees there, but if we run along here, this will leave a nice field definition, nice edge between the 2 fields, and then we can again follow the edge of the driveway here, give us another nice field. This one will go all the way across the other side and some way up into that gap. I'm not sure how far actually. We'll see whether we go the whole way up there and then do another smaller field up the top. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll just see how it goes. Otherwise we go square across here and then do one more sort of kidney bean shaped field up there in the middle. Let's wait and see. We'll get to a point here where we can't go any further. There we have it. Spackle across the edge here at our 90-degree angle, and then back up along on the other side. Now for some reason we weren't able to plough a wee way past there. I thought we would have got a warning to say we couldn't, which surprised me just a little bit. Does mean we've probably ploughed a little bit further than we needed to, but we're going to head back on up this way. Hopefully we're not ploughing over the edge of the field, or we'll end up getting some of those annoying little warnings. But I think, just looking at where FSG is there on the map, just take a quick look here where we are. We do one straight across here, and that'll leave us this sort of space up in here to do a 3rd field, possibly even 2 more fields. We'll figure out what is going to be the best way for it. In fact, I think we're just going to carry on up here and do this as another decent sized field, and then we'll have a smaller one up the top. I think that's going to be the best way to do it, so we'll carry on as far as we can go up here until we get to the main standard trees and cut back across from there. And in fact, straight across here is going to work out quite well, because I did forget that this field, or what will be a field up here in the top, does cut a little way back across these trees. So we'll get up here, we'll be able to go straight back down there, and then we'll be left with this little piece up the top here to turn into our 3rd field. It'll be 3 very good sized fields for us, something a bit larger than what we have been dealing with, which I think will help us with some of our efficiencies. I don't want to get too far up in here, we'll end up with a funny little wedge, which will make it a little bit awkward to do that field, but I think if we just start off there, head up into here, and this one's certainly going to be the smallest of the 3. In fact, I think the one that we've just finished over there is going to be the largest. That doesn't look good. Look at that FSG running down there and making a good dent in that field. Very, very nice. Be good long runs for when we get to doing any harvesting or baling or anything like that in the future. So we'll get to the end here and get hooked around and plough the rest of this field up along the top and then back down past those trees. Alright, and there we go. That is our 3rd field all done. So we might carry on and get this one ploughed, but let's just take a quick look here at our view So you can see there our 3 fields outlined quite clearly. So getting the different texture from FSG's work, but big long field, in fact this one here has ended up quite large compared to anything else we have. Next closest would be this field. This little one, probably not going to be a bad little field. Put something in, we'll make it work. So let's carry on. If we didn't, we could always plough it in as part of this field here and make them 2 rather large fields. I don't know, we'll have a chat to FSG and see what he thinks. But let's just carry on, get some of this ploughed, and be a good way to finish the day. Alright, last little strip done, and it's field number 2, all finished. FSG is making great progress over here on the other field, because his cultivator covers a lot of ground. One thing we did notice though, because it's a cultivator, it doesn't come up as ploughed. So you can see there, we are showing up as needing ploughing on some of that field, which is a little bit of a shame. It didn't quite work out the way we hoped it would. Obviously the areas I've done have been ploughed. We need lime through all of it, and of course because we mowed it, we do get fertilizer. So when we come to plant, we're obviously going to have that benefit of only having to apply fertilizer once, which is good. I'm just going to jump out and cut this tree down here, get it out of the way because it is a little bit close to the field edge. There we go, get that done. We'll be able to turn that around and grind that stump down. Then we'll go over and we'll try and help FSG as best we can. We'll probably get in the way more than anything else. There's a few trees we've cut down and we've just thrown up into the watered areas, and we'll have to come and collect those at some stage as well. They'll be a good option for making a little bit of money. Not much, but a little bit. So, not sure where FSG is. He's over that side. If he's going to come back this way or not. Anyhow, let's see where he's going to go. He is turning right around. As it is, we've lined up pretty well with his this section here where he'd ploughed already. So we'll carry on down here and give him a hand, get this all finished off. Homeward bound on the very last pass. If he's string up there in front of us, we've managed to actually make quite a sizable contribution to this, I thought. You can see there the different textures, the bit we've ploughed versus what he's covered, so I don't feel like I haven't made a decent help to get this field done. I'm sure it wouldn't have taken him long to cover that with that cultivator, but there we go, look at that. We are going to have some fields to plant. Obviously we've got this now to deal with. We're going to have to get lime spread on it next time. We've got some rocks to pick up. In fact, we need to get our lime plant up and running again, so we may even go and dig a hole, get a few more rocks up that way, so we can get that underway. And then we also have our oilseed radish over there that we need to plough on at some stage and get planted into that. So, we are not going to be short of tasks to do coming up in the next few episodes. So we'll get this last little bit done and we'll meet FSG back over at the yard. You really are a changed man, aren't you?
Yes, totally. As long as you don't go and look at the windrow that's in the shed.
From that comment, I don't need to. Alright, we'll give this a quick wash down as well, and then we'll be all wrapped up. All done for another episode of No Man's Land.
That was a good day's work, mate.
Yeah, we got a mountain of work done actually in that field. A lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah, nice to see those new big fields as well.
That's going to make a big change. When we come around to harvesting and things, it'll be good. It's going to look good when we have it all planted too.
That's right, and we've still got 156k in the bank, which is nice.
It is. And soybeans to sell, and a whole lot more milk and lettuces and all of those other things that just keep ticking over.
Absolutely, so yeah, there's some good money coming in now. Nice to see.
Although more land, I think we're going to have to increase the size of some of our equipment. That little weeder behind you ain't going to cut it.
It really is not, no way.
Very good. Alright, well, plenty more to do next time, so rest up and we'll catch you then.
Yeah, have a good week, mate.
Alright, go and buzz the tower, Maverick.
Roger that.
Alright, see you later.
Take care, buddy.
Bye. Well, he really did have a bit of a Tom Cruise vibe going on today. There we go, another episode done and dusted in No Man's Land. Plenty to do next time, like I said before, so we'll see what next time brings. But as always, from the FarmSim Guy and myself, I hope you have enjoyed that episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.